involved in the Louisiana Purchase and what did it cost? Oh yeah. Thomas Jefferson, Napoleon, James Monroe, and Robert Livingston were all part of the Louisiana Purchase. It cost $15 million.
Okay, stop there for a minute. So how was the territory acquired? So far we've learned who's involved. Who was Thomas Jefferson?
Thomas Jefferson was the president at the time.
Of whom? Of what?
Of the United States of America, which was, as we learned, the Treaty of Paris.
Excellent. And who was Napoleon?
Napoleon was a French leader or dictator at the time.
Not dictator, but emperor.
And James Monroe and Robert Livingston, I think it's Robert Livingston, was in France at the time, or one of those two were in France at the time, and then whoever was not there came over to speak with Napoleon and saying that they wanted to buy the Louisiana Purchase. But originally, well, I'll tell you later. So that's a map. So what Indians did the Europeans push west? The Europeans pushed the Cherokee, the Chickasaws, the Choctaws Creek into what in reservations in what is now Oklahoma, but also Comanche, Pawnee, Arapaho, Cheyenne, Crow, and Sioux, all west.
Can you talk to us about what reservation means?
A reservation is a big piece of land, and it's often used when for like animals, so they can be protected. And this is just so they could. The reservations are just places the Indians could be, but they couldn't step out of the reservations. And if they did, it would be very hard for them to have a good life outside of the reservation, and they were very limited in their resources. Louisiana Purchase, what did getting Louisiana Purchase do for the country? Getting Louisiana territory doubled the size of the United States, and it was really huge because they only had this, and now they had all of this, and wait, what was it? Oh, so the Louisiana Purchase stretched from the Mississippi to the Rocky Mountains, and they used all this land mostly for reservation, not really for homes, but I bet some people did move there for help and fun. Why did Thomas Jefferson want New Orleans? Thomas Jefferson wanted New Orleans because it was cheaper and easier to export by ship and then to export by wagon. So it's easier for a ship to come from, let's say, Virginia, to ship their goods to New Orleans, and instead of going wagon because of all the Appalachian Mountains and the Mississippi River, it would be hard to travel through there.
So the Mississippi River isn't really near Virginia, but it was a river that they used for trade.
And
So are you going to explain, or can you explain now? Was Jefferson only wanting to purchase some of the port of Louisiana, New Orleans? And if that was the case, why did they end up getting so much land?
So he originally wanted just Louisiana because it's a very big port. It was a very big port city at the time, and French.
New Orleans was. Louisiana. Okay.
And so we're going to talk about it in our skit about why the French gave all that land.
Okay, excellent.
So this is New Orleans in present day, and so it's changed from it's being land to now a city, and I've gone to so that's a sailboat that matches, so that was one of the try. And so it was very cool just going down the Mississippi River and seeing all the scenery. This is the World Trade Center and an aquarium. And okay, that's it.
About what, Josh?
Lewis and Clark. All you guys know who Lewis and Clark was. And their journey was very hard. And
What was their journey?
what do you mean, like how?
What was their journey and why did they make it? Are you going to tell us that?
Yeah, but there's a slide of saying what was the purpose.
Okay, excellent.
So without Sacagawea, they would likely not have completed their journey, or it would have taken them much longer.
We would have gone down in flames.
That is with Lewis and Clark. Oh wait, what? Something deleted. Something deleted, I think.
That's okay. Just go ahead and do.
Okay, what was the purpose of Lewis and Clark expedition? To search all the land to find a way to the Pacific Ocean, but just I can't.
So
I
who?
know something deleted. I have like a paragraph.
Oh,
That's in another slide.
just be careful not to swing your pointer around too much.
Okay, well I'll know what happened. What was the route to the Pacific? The route to the Pacific was hard for Lewis and Clark. When they got to the top of the Louisiana Purchase, they decided to split up and meet it in the open country. And as you see here, the outward journey is a balloon, and they travel together. And then the homeward journey, journey is in red, and top of Louisiana, they Clark is the big dots. Opposite. Lewis are the big dots, and Clark are the tiny dots, and they meet in the Oregon country and solid country.
So didn't they go on that split route on their way home?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they went together to the
they-
Pacific,
Yeah, and they meet.
and then they decided to split. And why did they decide to split up?
Oh, here she went. Okay, hit it.
Maybe because they didn't have routes for other people to go. They also, when they were coming back home, as Hannah said, they mapped 2 more routes through the Rocky Mountains. And so he's going to talk about what order they go through and what rivers.
Excellent. Thank you.
And that picture.
It's Rocky Mountains.
So facts. York was the first black band to cross North America. He went with kind of like a slave with them. They left in 1804 and came back in 1806. They mapped 2 routes.
Josh, be careful with your stick. It's a little bit of a distraction, so try not to
They
swing it.
mapped 2 routes as you know there. So settlers can move farther west. And they went through the Rocky Mountains and the Mississippi River out the west.
Missouri.
Yeah, Missouri.
Okay, so through the Rocky Mountains, the Missouri River,
And then I think they went to the Snake.
the Snake River.
And Columbia.
Mm-hmm.
So where they ended up is around Seattle.
Okay. So is this information about the first black man that accompanied them, is that a dig deep fact that you found?
Yeah, we did just facts.
Yeah.
That's a fun fact.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I only got 2 places they went across.
We'll review a few more in a
I
minute.
think there's one more.
Yeah, that's
I know it's okay.
Hello, gentlemen, ladies, farmers, and working class America. I am Thomas Jefferson.
Bonjour, my name is Napoleon.
We will tell you about my great decision to buy the Louisiana Purchase.
In 1803, the French were having complications with Britain at the time and was losing a battle on the of Hispaniola?
I wanted New Orleans because it was cheaper and easier to ship stuff by ship. Plus, New Orleans was an important commercial city. And it was on the Mississippi, which goes through a lot of states.
Thomas Jefferson just bought Louisiana for $10 million, but I gave all the Louisiana Purchase for $15 million.
So, no, yeah. No, wait, yeah, whatever. Thank you, good man.
1 month later.
Okay, Indians, go away, move along.
Why do we have to do this? This is not your land, it's Mother Earth's.
Move or you die.
That is the way it was, sort of, kind of.